Hello, my name is Bradley, and today I'm here to give you a beautiful reading from my friend Nyala. She gave me these really beautiful cards, and I'm really at a loss of words on how grateful I am for them. This is called the Earth Warriors Oracle, and they're really cool cards. I really like them. Some of the words are kind of hard to pronounce, but I'm working on it, and I like the message that it has. It's a really good message, and she gifted me this wonderful feather as well. Peace and blessings on your journey. Nyala, thank you so much. Blessings to you. Okay. Before I get into it, I'm going to smudge the place. I have a little aura smudge here. I'm going to smudge it, and you're going to get the smudge too. It's a smokeless juniper sage mist. It's a little juniper and a little sage. I'm just going to bless everything. God, great mystery. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your presence in this reading. Thank you for your great spirit, for your great intuition, your great knowledge. Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for blessing everybody that comes to this video. Thank you for blessing our lives with the beautiful things that you do, and giving us the sacred wisdoms that we are in desperate need of. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We are all related. Amen. This is a little bit of rose water I'm going to spray to keep our frequency high. Yes. A little bit of rose water. Alright. Now, let's get into it. Earth Warriors. Alright. So, as a collective, I would like to pull one card for the collective. Whoever is guided to watch this video, no matter how many, no matter how small, makes no difference. I love them all. Let's see. What kind of message does the Earth Warriors Oracle have for those out there seeking them? Let's see. You know, I'm gonna raise the frequency just a little higher before I get into this. Okay. Let's see what they have to say. Big cards, that's nice. say today, Earth Warriors. This one's called Kanyini. 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 It's number 42, and it says, in each other we find ourselves. Wow. Check that out. In each other we find ourselves. This one is number 42. I believe this is the last card. Oh no, it's not. It's the second to last card. There's 44 cards. Kanyini. In each other we find ourselves. There is a spiritual purpose that only you can fulfill. As you move forward on your journey, you create space for others to move along beside you. And as the ones ahead of you move forward, so too does room open up for your expansion. Upon this earth, we are all building the sacred temple, each fulfilling our task as we assist and support each other in our collective divine mission. How can you help with your heart most actively engaged? What can you offer which inspires and energizes you so much that others are amplified in your presence? How can you receive from others joyfully, bringing them pleasure? How can you receive from others joyfully, bringing them pleasure? Engaging in giving and receiving deeply with devotion. Your wisdom and openness to life generates healing for our earth. Here is the spiritual guidance of the card. And it says, the first people of Australia recognized sacred connectedness between the spiritual and the earthly, and the bond that exists between all beings. They refer to this as Kinyini. In South Africa, the concept of Ubuntu describes a universal bond connecting all of humanity. Ubuntu and Kinyini honor the understanding that the individual grows and develops, flourishes, and expresses purpose and meaning in connection with the higher guiding purpose of the collective. To honor Kanyeni, to honor Ubuntu, means to honor ourselves and each other as we seek out and fulfill our purpose for the greatest good. Our purpose is what brings our life, our being to life. What we feel we must naturally do. There is loving and healing genius in the divine design and in the fulfillment of our authentic spiritual destiny. So are all beings assisted in the fulfillment of their destiny too. There are times when the spiritual path requires separation from the collective and consciousness it holds. We may feel an internal disconnection from society during such phases. As we shift through the societal conditioning, casting aside that which distills our consciousness, we discover a new way to be. Then, when it is time, we naturally seek to live and share this eternal truth with others. We reach out to our tribe, or discover new tribes, integrating into the social fold with our precious offering of rarefied awareness. We realize that conflict with societal values serves a purpose. It helps us clarify our own consciousness. So we, growing stronger spiritually, psychologically, and emotionally, are offering to our communities can then become a numinous of chemical wisdom. A person in alignment with Kanyini becomes a conduit for the intelligence of life itself. Their personal journey has a transpersonal effect. They become sacred activists at a deep level of being. Through their presence, things happen. They become a natural catalyst for the healing transformation. They become a natural catalyst for the healing transformation. A human enriched with Ubuntu is open to others, encouraging the good in other human beings. They are self-assured, knowing that they can have an inviolable place and purpose in life. They understand that they can only gain from assisting others, so the spiritual progress of another person and the sacred empowerment that comes from it is inspiration rather than a source of jealousy or self-doubt. The Tibetan Buddhist tradition, the principles of Kyan Yin and Ubuntu are found in the Bodhisattva's vow, where great souls plunge themselves into sacred service for the spiritual liberation of all sentient beings. These teachings help us evolve from competition to the realization that the moment another is oppressed, denied, or diminished, suffering is released into the collective. The more sensitive we are spiritually, the more we recognize this, and the more motivated we become to serve the evolution of humanity for the benefit of all beings. Kyan Yin reminds us that we can't thrive as human beings in isolation. Our humanity happens in connection with each other, through our relationship with the earth and Great Spirit. Spirit wants this for each of us. We are provided the grace to heal wounds and open our hearts so that we can discover our belonging to each other and the divine. And through this, an authentic and compelling sense of devotion to purpose that heals our world. Interesting. Kyan Yin. In each other we find ourselves. Very cool. Yeah. So it's what this is telling me, what this is getting at me, collective, is that in our isolation, we're not being really isolated. Those of us that are watching this video, those of us that are actually participating in life right now, as much isolation is going on, we're actually connecting with each other on a spiritual plane in a higher frequency, and we're all connecting and becoming greater beings than we already were. Not to say that we weren't already great, it's just that we're really powering through this energy of this collective isolation that we're all going through. And it's helping us. We're using it as a cocooning kind of mechanism so that we can become ready and vibrant when this is all over. It's also saying, like, as you're noticing others increasing their vibration, it's not something to be jealous about, it's something to continue. It's something not to continue, it's something to encourage and promote, enjoy. Now, I had a business partner, so this is my example for what's going on for me, is I had a business partner. I've been working with him for almost 2 years now, and he was convincing me that we were going to make a bunch of money doing all this, but I was spending all the money. Like, I was working, he wasn't. Well, he was doing odd jobs here and there, but I was actually working. And I would give him gas money, even though he never gave me gas money whenever I'd drive. And we used to smoke a lot of weed, and I don't do that anymore. But I mean, not to say, like, not to try and be all prideful or anything, but it took a lot for me to not do that. So I am kind of happy that I'm not. But we would, and I would buy weed too. And don't get me wrong, he would bring weed too, but it was never like what I was doing. And I don't mean to try and compare or anything. I was grateful every time he would. But I started to notice, like, this is a business, and I'm supposed to be making money, and then we're only making like pennies off of Amazon things, and he's trying to act like he has this exclusive deal with them, and he didn't. He just completely pulled me along, and me just willingly believing him. And then he tries to tell me that my frequency is lower, and that because I'm an empath, I'm connecting with so many other beings, and that's what's making me confused about this whole idea that he has. And that's not the case at all. The thing is that he doesn't listen. It was never about us. It was always about him. I mean, one day he even offered to buy me food, right? And he bought 2 burritos, and he had like these nice chips and everything. And I thought he got 2 burritos, one for me, one for him, right? No. And he even told me that he was gonna buy me food that day. Instead, he bought those 2 burritos for himself. And I lost it. I had a rash that day too, and I didn't really want to be outside in public and everything, but he insisted that we needed to have a business meeting that day, so I went. And he pissed me off so much, I walked my ass home, and it was about 1.5 miles to my house with a rash. And I walked all the way home. I was so mad. That should have been the end of it there, but was it? No. Because I believe in people. That was the last time that I'd be taken advantage of, let me tell you. I'm very empowered now. I will not be taken advantage of like that ever again. And I feel good, and I hope my story helps you understand that it's okay to get humiliated a little bit. It's about being able to rise up and remember what happened so that it doesn't happen again. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. Mbutu. Kanyini, which is in each other we find ourselves. And so his selfishness, I found that in me too, and that's the stuff that I'm conquering, and that's why I was angry, because I wasn't mad at him. I was mad that that Archon was still messing with me after all this time that I've done, all this devotion that I've done to making that stop. It's just funny how it finds other ways to appear, whether it be a business partner or a lover. The energies are always here. We're always having to transmute and move these energies around. And it's up to us as individuals, as well as collectives, to use kindness actively and persistently, to be vigilant, and also to be patient. Now, I was very patient, almost too patient, and I needed to respect my boundaries, and I didn't. Now I am. And I hope that my story helps you. Peace and blessings on your journey. That was my little bit for number 42, Kanyini. Nice. And now I'm going to leave you with prayer. God bless all those who watch my videos. God, send your holy guardian angels. Activate the holy guardian angels within each and every one, and all of their family members, and all of their loved ones and beloved. Activate the holy guardian angel within and light their path. Activate their DNA. Activate my DNA. Activate our collective DNA, our soul fragments that are gone. Bring them back to us now. Heal us, replenish us, nurture us in your divine ways. Thank you, Creator, and blessings. Amen. Thank you, and have a beautiful, beautiful whenever and whatever. This is Bradley Alamusmo, signing off.